Hold on. Hey everybody, Lead Farmer 73 here. I'm gonna sit in here for a minute and I'm gonna just take some advice from all of y'all. Now before I do that, I just wanna say something, man. Y'all gonna hear something come from this guy that you have never heard before, ever. I was just looking at the community tab, the community post that I put up this morning about my dog. And you know, sometimes it just makes me wonder, man, what's wrong with us, man? What's wrong with humanity? Before I get into what I came here to talk about, which is my dog, I need to get this out. I was telling my wife, sometimes it feels like I don't belong here. It's like I got twisted in time on another space-time continuum, and now I'm on another line or another existence of where I'm supposed to be. It just feel like I'm not supposed to be here, you know? And I'm sure a lot of my ancestors felt the same. You always feel, you go through this life feeling like you're never good enough. You go through this life feeling like you're being held back. You're being judged. And I'm not talking about by the Almighty. I'm talking about by your peers, by your fellow man, in a negative way. I always feel like I got cinder blocks tied to my ankles to accomplish anything, while another man is running ahead of me with jetpacks on his back. I just feel like, man, this world, this new world that we're in now, this one especially, it feels like it's like Back to the Future. It's a mix of the future, which is a lot of new ideas, a lot of new expressions, whether it's good or bad, whether I agree with them or whether I don't. But it's also mixed with the past, with a lot of hatred, a lot of stress, a lot of tension, a lot of turmoil, unnecessarily though. It's like 1940s and 50s mixed with whatever we got going on in the future. What a train wreck. I gotta say that first. And the reason what makes me say that now on this video, because I'm sitting here looking at my community post. I just woke up, you can see it in my face. And I read some of the most evil, wicked, you could have kept it to yourself comments. And when I say that, I've been on YouTube for 10 years, over 10 years. Nothing really bothers me anymore. But what still kind of kicks me dead in the grapes is how horrible human beings can be, even if you're a troll. You know what, I'm going to say this too, for trolls, for people to get paid to do this, I need you to remember something. I don't care who you bow down and drop to your knees and pray to at night or in the morning or towards the east or whatever you do. You're going to pay greatly after you shed this shell, this skin, and you go off to the afterlife or wherever you drop to your knees and pray to. You're going to pay for all of the wicked, evil crap that you do for money. You're going to pay for that. And I think that's not said enough in this world. It's not said enough. The things that we do and we say, you know, I've been watching reports on the news as well. And some of the things that these reporters do for money, they'll lie for money. They literally will lie for a man for money. You could tell me it's nighttime outside and I can clearly see it's daytime, but you will try to make me believe it's nighttime because somebody paid you enough money to keep trying to repeat it to me until I believe you. Wicked, evil, nasty, horrible demons of your demons in human clothing. Everybody always talking about wolves in sheep clothing. No, this is beyond that. You're pure demon in a human suit. So, the things that were said on my comments section kind of triggered me for a couple of reasons. I've never ever said any of the horrible things that were said in my community post. I've never been a person that wanted a pet. I've never wanted a dog. As a matter of fact, just to prove my point, here's my fishbowl that I usually have running. I have several of them around the house because I always said if it's not swimming around in its own juices, I don't want a pet. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I've never wanted a dog. I've never wanted a cat. I bought cats and dogs for my children, which quickly went away because I couldn't handle it. You're getting this from a man for 51 years, has even as a child, has never ever been interested in taking care of a dog. No, I'm not thinking that my dog is a human being. It's not a human child. It's not a baby. I'm not one of those people. But I am a humanitarian of sorts. Just because I do not want a dog, I have never told anybody I hate dogs because I don't. I love the way they look. I love them. I just didn't want one. Right? But I have never said to any one of you that you nasty and you foul for anything you did with your pet. And I think people that say things like that, you really got something really jacked up inside of you that you need to go have fixed or removed. And trust and believe, just tell them to skip over looking at your heart because clearly that has already been removed. You could not have a heart. Just because I don't want an animal or didn't want an animal does not mean I can't stand them and I hate them. I love animals and I respect them because they were put here even before we were. All these people, all they talk about is they believe in the scriptures and they listen to the scriptures and they read the scriptures and they holier than thou, but you say things like that before in the scriptures. Think about it. Before God even made us, he made animals. So I've always held a respect for them. Whether I wanted a giraffe walking through my backyard or not, that's none of my business. But I wouldn't go out there just shooting at them and destroying them just because I don't like them or I don't understand them. And what I come to realize is we have let that kind of silly, foolish hierarchy mentality even rule over us as men. So we took that whole way we treat animals, like your animal need to be in the yard stinking tied to a tree, running around in circles eating his own turds until it die a horrible death. We've taken that mentality, and I see that same mentality, and we treat other human beings like that to this very day. We think other human beings, as long as they don't interest us, we can use them and destroy them any way we feel like, because some kind of way, we as men feel as we are entitled to do so. If and people will make it biblical. They will find some kind of scripture, twist it around, and make it sound like, well, God told me to do it. You are dead wrong. And you, again, like I said, you will pay for that in the ultimate end. The comments that was said about my dog being in a pamper clearly shows your ignorance, number one. And you can gladly remove yourself from my channel. Because if a dog in a doggy diaper offends you, you ain't heard me yet. You have never heard me speak yet, because I will offend you. If a dog in a diaper offended you, you can go straight to hell. Listen, this is not the world to be ignorant. And the person that commented and said, we have bigger things to think about than animals, people. Really? Really? We have bigger things to think about in this world right now. You are right about that. But we cannot do it without animals, you fool. You cannot eat without animals. And even if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, we still need animals to help us do work to get your vegetables that you refuse to grow in your own garden. I'm sorry for this rant, but sometimes I cannot handle how wicked and evil mankind has become. I grew up and I had a pretty decent life. But when I start getting around that 35-year mark, man, I start seeing the evil of men. When I was younger and I had Bible study with my teacher, I'm going to tell you something. She used to tell us something that I never wanted to believe. She said, son, let me tell you something. Everybody ain't going to make it to heaven. Only so many people gonna make it to heaven. I was like, well, it's a lot of people. Now, I'm a little kid. I'm 7 and 8 and 9 years old going through Bible study. And she say, yeah, I'm sorry, baby. Everybody ain't gonna make it. I said, well, everybody ain't that bad. She said, listen, honey, believe it or not, most people are that bad and worse than you could ever imagine. I just would not believe her. And for 51 years, I've been sitting and stewing on that exact conversation that I had with my Bible study teacher. Every week, I would ask her about that. And I said, that's impossible, because all of the billions and billions and billions of people over all the hundreds and thousands of years, she said, believe it, baby, it's been more evil people walking this earth than good. And that's why they sent Jesus back, because we were out of balance. That's why he was sent here. Because it's more horrible people sometimes than good people. So get that, right? So to this very day, I can finally say to my Bible study teacher, her name was Miss Alice. I don't know if she's living or gone. Either way, I love you and thank you for telling me that. And it's been on my mind for 51 years. And now I understand. I understand. It's evil, wicked people out here, and they're being evil and wicked just so they can be evil and wicked. Because it's too hard. It's a hard job to be a good person. It's too much work to be a good man. It's too much work to be an honest woman. It's too much work to say good and kind things to people. It's easy to be evil. I can call you a handful of motherfuckers and a pocket full of bitches. See how easy that just flowed out of my mouth? Because it's evil. But for me to sit and study you so I can find the good in you, that takes effort. That takes energy. That's why everybody cannot be a good person, because ain't nobody strong enough to go through the whole thing of studying another human being so they can give them their respect. because it's just so easy to be evil and wicked. Now, I was going to do a video and have everybody help me talk about my dog because I've never owned a pet. I've never had a dog of my own. When I tell you this is my first time with me caring for a dog, it is. I've had dogs. They belonged to my children. That did not last long because they were not responsible. But this little girl belonged to my daughter, who has passed her on to me. And since I've had her, I've learned so much from my own ignorance. My own ignorance was, I just don't want a dog. I don't even want to learn about a dog. I don't want to know anything about a dog out of my own selfish ignorance. And since she's been with me over a year on Freedom Acres here, if you haven't seen me by now, if you haven't seen it by now, the difference in me, she made me wake up to the reality that we are all supposed to work together. Humans, animals, everything. Trees, plants, we are all one. We're not individuals. We have put ourselves on some weird hierarchy of the controller of everything. We are not. We are supposed to work in unison and in harmony with everything around us. The natives did it. They were here forever. But once we started becoming the manager and the boss of everything around us and controlling and manipulating our surroundings, look where we are now. The natives worked with nature. They worked with their surroundings. They worked with the animals. They didn't use the animals. The animals helped them. Now look how this is working for us now. Because we think we can control everything. I took a trip across the country about a month or so ago. And she let me know every time a weirdo came sniffing around my trailer with my wife in it. Because see, everybody know I carry a firearm. Everybody knows I carry a firearm. You probably carry a firearm too. But let me tell you one thing a firearm does not do. And I always say, oh, I got my Glockwallers. That's where that word came from. Because I was like, I don't need a dog. I got a Glockwaller, right? Let me tell you something a Glockwaller will not do. It will not alert you when somebody is preying on you. See, the Glockwaller is responsive. A Glockwaller, your firearm, is something that you respond with. It can't detect anything. Every time it was a weirdo looking at, she caught the weirdo and alerted me of the weirdos before my cameras could. Every time I would check my cameras, I couldn't see anything. Then I look out the window and see some weirdo walking away. She alerted me. She let me know now you can get your Glockwaller on your hip. It gave me that much respect. And since I've had her with me, I've also learned something else super special to me. Because I've never cared. I've only worried about my own selfishness and how I feel. I'm going to tell you what I come to realize. Man, they got feelings. Especially now while she's in heat. She's in my lap on a towel right now because she wiggled out of that diaper. And sometimes she just start crying. I don't know whether she's in pain. Is she cramping like a woman? I don't know. Right? But she's super sensitive. She stays asleep. She ain't jumping around on me like normal. She asleep. I don't have to tell her nothing. Right now, she is asleep on my lap. She ain't in my face. She cry like a lady would cry if you hurt her feelings. And when I tell her to go somewhere and sit down and leave me alone, if I hear that little whimpering, I asked my daughter one time, I said, she sound like she crying like a girl. My daughter told me, she said, Dad, she is crying like a girl. You hurt her feelings. Why? How could I hurt a dog's feeling because I told her to get off of me and leave me alone? This was when we was on Freedom Makers. She said, Dad, that hurts, especially with your voice and your tone. She said, Dad, Peach loves you, but when you yell at her and tell her to get off of you, it hurts her feelings. Y'all gonna make me mess around and go to crying. I said, her feelings? Dogs don't cry. She said, Dad, they do. So when I told her to come here, and y'all seen part of that on the camera going live, I held her and she stopped crying. She sniffled and she stopped crying. And I said, well, I'll be damned. I didn't think dogs cared about us like that. I've heard all these heroic things that I've seen dogs do, save people out of house fires and save them from burglars and so on and so forth. But I never really felt that they have feelings like that. I mean, she started crying tears now to last night. Tears, crying uncontrollably. And I literally had to hug her up and tell her everything gonna be okay. And she calmed down. But you wouldn't know that. The ignorant people wouldn't know that, nor would they try to even understand. Because they think a dog is supposed to be outside, tied to a tree, on a chain, and running around in circles, eating their own turds until they die. And here's the funny thing about that scenario that I keep talking about. There's a certain group of people that you treated the same way. I want you to just sit there and let that soak in. There was a certain group of people that you kept in chains, chained to trees and chained to objects, and let them run around in circles and do your bidding until they met their horrible, wicked, evil end. Where do you think you learned that from? Because if you treat your animals like that, a human being that you don't want to respect, you're not going to treat any better. If you look at a human being and think of them as less than a human being, you think of them as an animal, why not treat them like what you're taught to treat a dog like? Chained to a tree, run around in a circle, burning up all the grass, eating its own turds until it died. That's how you treat certain people. You think of a dog as a tool, and it's more than that. It's not a tool. I understand now. I understand it's not a human being. It's not a human child. It's not a human being. But I'm going to tell you one thing that it is, and you hearing it from me today first. Your dog is a part of your family. And if you treat it any less than that, you should be ashamed of yourself. Whether you keep your dog outside or inside, it doesn't matter. If you keep your dog outside, that's fine. But be humane about it. Or let it go. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking nobody for how you take care of your dog. Just be humane about it. Who am I to tell you about a dog when over 51 years this has not been my thing? But I can tell you one thing, growing up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, to see a dog chained to a tree always ripped my heart out. Even though I don't want no dog, I don't want to get close to no dog, I don't want to be around no dog, I still couldn't stand to see one chained to a tree, malnourished, and eating its own feces. That's all I'm saying. Half of the comments on this doggone community post was entirely unnecessary. My dog is wearing a diaper because I don't want to fix her, because I would like her to have puppies. So maybe I can share them with you. So if you don't have your dog fixed, spay or neutered, this is part of it, and I'm learning. And I just found out 3 days ago that this is what's going on, that I had to run out in the middle of the night and go get some diapers. So who did I call? My daughter's been calling me for the last 30 years. I finally had to call my daughter and say, honey, I think she's on her cycle. I don't understand. Me and her was putting together a new bike, and she got off my lap and she left a little bit of evidence, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And she said, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, you gotta go get some you gotta go get some puppy diapers. Puppy diapers. Yep. You gotta get some dog diapers. So I wrapped her in a towel and I ran to the store in the middle of the night and went got 2 sizes of puppy diapers that I didn't know whether they were going to or not going to fit. So I just bought a bunch of them. Lucky for us, one of them didn't fit. The extra small didn't fit, but the small kind of fit. She can wiggle out of them. Maybe I should have got a medium. I don't know. Who am I? I'm learning. So I was coming here today and I was actually excited to hear from you guys on your ideas of how to handle this situation, because I also would like to another Chihuahua, because she's a full-blooded Chihuahua. I would like another Chihuahua to mate with so she can have puppies. And I was going to talk to you guys about that and like see, I don't know anything about any of it, but I would like for her to have puppies because she is so lovable that sometimes she want to spread too much of that love. And when we don't have time, if she had a couple of kids around here that she can mentor and take care of and groom like she's trying to groom me now, I think that's what she's missing. And another thing I know she's missing a mate, which I'm working on right now. I know this is my first dog and I only got one, but I know she needs a friend in here, because imagine if you're the only human being in the zoo. Wouldn't you be longing to have somebody that looks like you? We all know how that go. You on the job and you the only you at your job. Not that it's necessary, but it's a little comforting. So I want another Chihuahua running around here getting on my nerves, just so when me and Lady Led can't handle it at the moment, she still got somebody that's like her to play with or hang out with. So until I can do that, I would still like to have puppies, her to have puppies. She looked at me like, what? Yeah, for her to have puppies. But family, I'm learning. And I pray that you soften your heart for some of the comments that you said on here. I pray you soften your heart and get more understanding. And half of the people that said this wicked stuff on my community post, they always claim that they're a part of the Most High and they're Christians and everything else. No, you are not. I don't care what faith you say you coming from that got anything to do with the Father God. with putting comments like that on somebody's screen. Whatever you write, that's real. It's like it's coming out of your mouth. Just because it came out of your thumb tips don't mean that that's not what's in here. This is what counts. Remember, you shouldn't even be looking at another woman, right? You shouldn't be looking. What is that? Adultery, right? You shouldn't be looking like, she fine, right? Because that's adultery. Even though your mouth didn't move, your thoughts thought, dang, this girl is fine. Adultery. Now, y'all always want to hit me with scriptures and tell me that y'all holier than me, but y'all don't act like it half the time. So imagine, if I look at this woman and I say she fine, and that's adultery, so you mean to tell me everything you just text out and typed out on your computer or your thumbs on here that's that wicked and that evil is no different? Your thoughts will end you up somewhere that you don't want to be. So, again, just to educate the people, because I'm being educated, to educate the uneducatable, I'm going to say it one more time. I purchased the diapers because I know my dog is going to have her cycles, because I don't want to have her fixed, because I do want her to have puppies. You can't do that if you have her fixed. And if you got her out there tied to a tree while it's raining right now. If you got her out there tied to a doggone tree, who knows? Anything can come up and impregnate her. And she have litters of puppies. You don't know nothing about it. You can't control it. You ain't got no control over how she mates or anything else. The next thing you know, you got puppies that you don't want. You already got one out there tied to the damn tree. So now she about to give you 6 to 8 more that you gonna get rid of or let wander the streets and mess up the whole ecosystem. I can't stand people like that. Now, I said that before I even had a dog. If you ain't gonna take care of the dog, get rid of the dog. Because it's something about mistreating a dog that reminds me of my ancestry. You understand? So it hits home with me. The way my people were treated. So that's why, even though I didn't want a dog, I still stand on business when I say, if you don't want to take care of the dog, get rid of the damn dog. Buy a security system and a firearm. That's all I'm saying. If you ask me, it's the equivalent of you trying to buy a friend. If you buy a dog, you just want to use it for what you want to use it for. It's like buying a friend. You only want this friend around you to make you look good, or this friend got connections. Other than that, you have no use for them. I'm sorry for ranting, but doggone it, man. We're human beings. We can do better than this. We was made by the Most High God, and this is all we got. We claim to be everything on this planet, but this is how we behave. We claim to be brothers and sisters of Jesus Christ, correct? We claim to be the children of God, the King of Kings. That's who we claim to be. So why do we act and treat each other like paupers? Everything I see in this world right now is not of God. Everybody keep claiming, oh, yeah, I'm this religion, I'm that religion. Oh, no, you're not. You're something, you pulled that out of your back pocket from somewhere. If you can't even treat a dog with decency, what the hell make you think you're going to treat another human being with decency? See, it's people like that that scare me. It's people like that that scares me. I'm not even gonna repeat the rest of them, man. I've deleted a lot of them. I'm not gonna repeat what those people put in my community post because they're real people. Unfortunately, they're not robots. They're not AI. These are people. I've been to their channel, and I feel sorry for you and your mama for raising you that way. To be so cruel. If you feel like my dog should be outside tied to a tree, I can't even imagine what you think of me and my people. I can't even imagine what you think of your own wife, if you got one. Lord have mercy. I pray you don't. I pray you do not have a partner that you can control like that or talk to like that. Because if that's what you think of a dog, you don't need to be walking this earth side by side with another human being. You don't need to be in control of nothing. You don't be needing to manage nothing or be the boss over something or supervising anybody with those kind of thought patterns coming out of your skull cap. So, I'm sorry for ranting. I will say this. I got the paper diapers. This is for the people that really want to help me. This is for the people that really truly love animals. Just because I didn't want one does not mean I don't love and respect them. I will say this. And I know if you didn't want to see the paper diapers, you really gonna hate this. The reason why I wanted to do this live today. So I'm gonna say this. You can hate me all you want to. You don't have to take care of my puppy. I do. So you really gonna hate this. You really gonna hate that. I bought some washable diapers. And they just came in a pack and it looked like they're gonna fit way better than those paper diapers. She's a girl. Her name is Peach. And I got her some skirts. She's not an outside dog. When y'all see her at camp in my trailer with me, laying next to me, that's not a photo op. I'm gonna tell you something else I've learned. I've learned I need her probably more than she even needs me. I've learned that they have a sense about them. They know when you are sad as well. They know when you are depressed. They know when you are unhappy. They know when you are angry. If you treat your dog like part of the family, not like a human being, but if you treat your dog like they are part of the family, they treat you like you are part of the family. And it's taken me a year to learn that. I was feeling some kind of way the other day, and I was not in a good mindset. And I had a lot on my mind about things that have happened in my life over the last couple of years. And and she knew it. She came out of the living room while I was in the kitchen by myself, deep in thought, just to console me. Just to console me. She had no other reason to come in there bothering with me, sniffling and snotting. She came in that kitchen to make sure I'm okay. And I know you wondering why. How do you know she came in there to check on you? It's a look that they have, the same look you have of concern, the same look that you have wondering, are they okay? What's this about? Oh, she want me to put this diaper on her, don't you? The same look of concern that I would give for her when she's throwing up or not feeling well or a little lethargic because she's on her cycle. The same concern and look that I give her, she gave me. When I'm not feeling good and I'm feeling uneasy, she comes and checks on me. So I understand now why people need emotional support, dogs and cats. I understand that now. I never did. I used to question it. Now I understand. For all the veterans out there, if you do not have an emotional support dog, I suggest you get one. Especially in 2024 and beyond. And the reason I say that is trying to tell your troubles to another human being that don't give a damn about you will make you do something that you may regret. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Excuse me. You climbed up there. But your dog ain't gonna lie to you. Your dog ain't got nothing to gain to lie to you. So we're gonna put on this green one. Gonna put this green one on. These ain't the ones that I had them bring, but so she literally wants to be right here. Look at this. She wants to be right here with me. She is sitting on this tray. I got a towel on the tray. She wiggled out of the diaper, so I keep her on a towel. I got towels all around me. I'm gonna take some questions and then I'm gonna get out of here and leave y'all alone. But I'm not gonna repeat it after this. But people that feel that way, you need to be ashamed of yourself, and that's all I got. I'm not acting like I'm holier than thou. I am. Listen, I'm going through my life trying to find out my true humanity. I'm trying to find myself, and I'm trying to put myself in a higher place. I'm not trying to stay the same. Anybody that stays the same and does not want to change, get away from me. Because this world was not built by the Father for you to just stay idle. He didn't make all these beautiful trees and plants and places for you to stay idle. That's why we all so fat, because we sit around and we stay idle. We were not built to sit and stay idle. We were built to adventure. We were built to explore. We were built to run. We were built to get out of here, and we were built, like our brain, to learn new things every day. That's why our brain is still bringing in information, and using information from the past that we learned in the past to help us get through the future. Our brain was built to keep on learning. So I am trying to learn and open my mind to other things that's going to help us in this journey. If you are not interested in that at all, please stay away from me. Because stagnant water stinks. Stagnant water is diseased. stagnant water holds evil, wicked bacteria. If you want to stay in that stagnant water state and just have a bunch of nasty bacteria and stinking in life, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm going to be that in that babbling brook, at least a babbling brook. If you can't be a mighty river, at least be a babbling brook. Don't get comfortable doing that same old crap. Open your mind and learn. And we as man, we as human beings will get along so much better if you open your mind and just find the goodness in other people. Take the time to learn that this person ain't so bad. Yes, it's effort. I'm not going to pretend. Learning to find the good in people takes effort. Being wicked is just too easy, so easy. But what they always tell you, anything that come that easy, is more to it than that. So being wicked and just running off the rip, being wicked and evil, it ain't gonna get you far. So I'm gonna put this on her. I put one on her already and I recorded it, one of the paper ones. That was a nightmare because it was the first time I ever put a diaper on a dog. And besides a dog, I haven't put a diaper on a baby in over 30 years. So you can imagine how that went down. So I'm going to do this right now. And I just need to know what's the front and what's the back. Let's see. Oh, I see now. Okay. So I'm going to let you see this. This is crazy. Let me see if I can get this is too crazy. So, hold on here. Come on, we got a new one we're going to try out. Thread the little tail through. Come on, baby. I'm doing the best I can do. Hold on. Let's see if these fit. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Uh-oh. There's your tail. Okay. So it worked, and this one will stay on better than that paper diaper. Sit down. Okay. She got... Ah, look at you. She got on a little dress. So, yeah, she is awesome. We got it, mama. We got it. So she let me do that without a care in the world. Y'all seen that? Let me see. Let me show. Oh, she got on a little skirt. Oh, that's hilarious. You know, I did that being funny, but look at this. I did this being funny, but cause I had some regular ones. Come on over here, come here. I had some regular ones on their way. And if y'all wondering why I'm sweating, I'm sitting at the back door. And the air is over there, and the heat is out here. But yes, I said, you know what, I'm doing it. I did it just to be funny. But hey, you know, the other plane was on their way. Ain't that right? Look at this. Look, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. It's almost like she appreciated, like, I like these way better than them other ones. I get it. That feel better. She ain't trying to kick them off. She ain't trying to scratch them off. With them paper ones, look, with the paper ones, she just constantly trying to bite them off, tear them off, kick them off, wiggle them off. Right now, y'all see her. She's laid up, chilling. She ain't did this yet. So I know she like that. And they nice and soft and comfortable, and they cotton, 100% cotton. So, can anybody want to give me any information? Just looking at this is hilarious. Just looking at this is hilarious. You actually want to play right now? Wow. So, her name is Peach. We call her Princess Peach or Pup. And she's part of the family. Period. No pun intended. So if you have some mini pads to put in the diaper, it will help you out. That's what I did with my baby. Help while wash extra. Oh, okay, I get you. I get you. That just, it sounds like a lot. Thank you, y'all, for this. Hey, Karen and Thomas, thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody and your support while I'm going through this journey. Y'all see how this been for me. Thank you, Goldilocks. Let's come on. Let's come down here so that the people can see you. Nope, I'm not about to play. You must be in a good mood. She in a good mood now. Let's see. Yeah, she loving these. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's show them. Well, she ready to play. You ain't been ready to play in a couple of days, so that's a plus for me. So I'm glad you in a good mood, because she been crying and snotting and sniffling. So everybody, if you can give me any advice in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I rub her belly a lot. Matter of fact, that'll put her to sleep. I don't want her to go to sleep right now because me and her just woke up, and I want her to be able to sleep tonight. Because if she sleep all day, she'd be up all night waking me up. I woke up today at 1:30 in the morning to take her out. So me and her had to get a nap. We've been up since 1:30. So, yeah, it keeps her cleaner. And I'm not trying to keep her from doing her natural cleaning. You know, I don't got to like it or I don't got to watch. But I let her do her natural cleaning herself. When we go outside, she doesn't wear this. When we in the yard, she doesn't wear a diaper. I let her do her thing. But I'm trying to have her mate with another Chihuahua so she can have some puppies. So actually, tiny washing machines are good for. I have two of them. I have two of those apartment dorm size washing machines. I got two of them. I actually did a video on each one of those washing machines too. A very small dose of Benadryl going. Wait, what was that? According to weight, will help relax her when she's in distress. Okay. You know what else I heard? Hey, stop that. You know what I heard? CBD oil. Can you believe that? You're welcome, Goldilocks. Thank you. CBD oil. Yeah. Every veterinarian I've been studying up on it, reading up on it, and they all say CBD oil. Cause she stepped on a thorn the other day in the yard, and she was in pain. She wouldn't stop licking that paw. And I know where she stepped because I know where those thorns are. As soon as she passed there, we were actually live, and I watched her pass. Stop it. Past those thorns, and then she was hopping. And I had to look up what to do, what to give her. They can't take Tylenol and stuff like that. So everybody, all the veterinarians, all the pros and everything was like CBD oil. I gave her some. Hell, I took some too. Worked for both of us. She stopped licking that paw, and me and her got hungry and took a nap. Yeah, say Peach is gonna be fine. She gonna be all right. Ain't you gonna be all right? Look at she posing now. Say castor oil for healing wounds. She needs booties on. Nah, I ain't gonna go that far. I just need to keep her away from them thorns. Say training puppy pads. I got them. She's told she's not a puppy. She's just, I call her puppy because she's so small. Stop it. No. Matter of fact, go up there, go get that mem and show him. Wait a minute, y'all gotta see this. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. I want y'all to see this real quick. That's hilarious. I don't care if you a dog lover or not. That is hilarious. Come on. Come here. She don't feel like sitting down. That's hilarious. You know you in a photo shoot acting like that. Okay, you can see it better now. You can see it better now. You can see it better. That's freaking hilarious. And it must work because she's not trying to get it off. Oh, she even went in her house. My job here is done. Amen. So I'm going to leave the link to these little cloth diaper, female cloth diaper skirts. I'm not sponsored by these at all. I just had to find something and I thought this was kind of funny. That's all. So I'm gonna put these up in the description box just in case. Let me try to put it on here so you can see it. I know this is not me. Y'all like, lead farmer? Yeah. It's time to grow up, man. So that's that. Time to grow up. It's time to learn. Stop thinking you know every doggone thing, right? Say, I have Velcro wraps for my boy. They wash really well. Okay, yeah. Yes, thank you, Be Free. The softer side of lead. I'm not hardcore. I'm like, somebody said that, oh, lead soft. Man, I'm like an M&M. You know? Hard shell on the inside, on the outside, but the inside is like a chocolatey, gooey, soft, melt, sweet, delicious, inner filling. You know? Do they come in pink? That's the other ones that's on their way. I really didn't want no really light colors because of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I've never done this before. And I know from having children, when it comes to when their bowels is acting up and everything, you don't want to put them on the brightest clothing, you know, because if they have a blowout and you can't get home or to a place to fix that in time, oh, everybody can be like, hey man, I think your baby doo-doo. I didn't smell it, but it looked like they've been playing in mud, so you might want to darker colors kind of throw that off. So I got her a pink one and like a lime green one, but they're normal. They ain't got the little ruffles on the skirt part. And I just did that just to be doing it. But I really wanted to stick around the more earthly tones, gray, black, like that dark green. Cause I know, listen, I ain't no professional and I'm a man, but I've had mothers, sisters, a wife, and a daughter. And I know there's not too many women besides Megan Thee Stallion to go out wearing all white during that time. So I'm just going off of what I learned and what I think And what I've read, I don't want to have her on no bright clothing or no bright diapers while she's going through this situation. If you get what I'm saying. Fellas, don't take my word. Listen to your sisters, your wife, your mom, your daughters. Don't take it from me because I don't know. Okay? I'm just a man that's trying. I'm just a man that's trying. And I ain't ashamed of it either. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? She's just part of the family, and people think that's gross, right? They think what I'm doing right now is gross. But they don't say that about dog breeders. If y'all seen what dog breeders do, oh my God. I didn't say dog groomers because that, dog groomers take it to another level. But I'm talking about dog breeders. I actually have a friend that's been trying to have me to get a dog for the last doggone, probably 8 to 10 years. If he is watching, Supreme Family Garden here on YouTube is probably over there like, what in the heck is Lead Farmer 73 doing? Good friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. And he tried to get me into breeding dogs years ago, and I told him, I don't want a dog. He even said, Lead, I will give you for free. He breeds French bulldogs. He breeds American French bulldogs, the little miniature bullies. I can't remember the other one. He breeded a couple of different kinds of dogs. It's really expensive. They cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And he said, Led, I will give you one free, brother. I said, I don't care if they're $1 million a piece. I don't want no dog. Right? And here I am. So if he saw me today, he would probably think I've lost my mind. I'm pretty sure he would think that I have lost my whole everlasting mind. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I appreciate everybody for coming in. If you can do me a favor, if you can leave your comments in the comment section after the video and give me all of the help that you can possibly give, I would greatly appreciate it. If you have anything negative to say about what I'm doing and how I'm taking care of my dog and part of my family, keep it to yourself. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. I'm not interested in negativity, especially not in this situation. As much as she helped me, I will let no harm come to this puppy. Period. She acts just like my daughter, Princess Lead. So Princess Lead brought her up, and she acts just like my daughter. So my daughter raised her, and that's who she acts like. She's clingy. I'm talking about you, baby, if you're watching me. She's clingy. And my daughter, since my daughter been born, my daughter was the only kid out of my 3 that would sit and watch me shave from the beginning to the end. My daughter would sit in the doorway and watch me shave. She would watch me cut my hair. She would stare at me and never take her eyes off of me. And that's been that way almost until she moved out when she moved out on her own. So for 18 years, my daughter, she would hear my hair clippers going and come and pull up a chair when she was old She was out of school and everything. She'd sit there, pull up a chair, and talk to me while I cut my hair. And she's been doing that ever since she was a baby. She would sit by my foot at other houses. She would sit by my feet and watch me cut my hair. And it's funny, because now that's what this puppy does. She'll go about her business and do her own thing, but if she hear my hair clippers or she think I'm in this bathroom shaving and cutting my hair, she'll come and sit right there just like Princess Leia. I said, I know who raised you, because part of that spirit is in you. So anyway, everybody, I want to say thank you. I appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate all of your help. I appreciate your non-judgment. I appreciate your positivity. And I appreciate your open-mindedness, because that's something that I had to learn too. Period. My job here on earth is not to be judging people. My job here is try to figure out how to navigate through this world. It's not to be judging people and how they do their thing. I don't care. I told y'all a long time ago, I'm done. I'm done with that. Good luck. So, after this video, please leave all of your comments, your questions, and suggestions in the comment section, and I am watching because I need your help on mating her. If I find somebody with a Chihuahua to mate with her, how do I take care of the dogs after? I need to know everything, even when they're on their cycle. Tell me about a male dog too. I heard one person say they put the wrap on him. Tell me about that too. I want to know everything, okay? Anything about your dog and how to take care of a dog, I'm here. With the worm treatment, fleas, ticks, the whole thing. I know very little, and I am an open-minded man on the subject. So with that being said, thank you so much, everybody. Leah Farmer 73. Don't let nobody get you down, and don't let nobody steer you off your path, because it's more easy to be wicked than it is to be good. Thank you. I love you. Have a nice day. Peace.